y'all? This X-rated player, aka Jazz, back live in effect, the crypto informants, and this my brother.
X-rated pennies. Also known as Woo Wop the Bam, the crypto informant. Glad to have you guys back. This is episode
number 3. Number 3.
3P.
Yeah, it's a 3P. Back live. No better way to start the week than with this good crypto.
Yeah. Bloody money, matter of fact.
Bloody Monday. Yes, the market is red, the streets is red, and you know when it's red, we gonna eat. We ain't crying, we buying.
We got a few questions that were asked, and we're going to ask and answer. We're going to go ahead and get to it, get right to the point here. And I think you had some.
Yes, we had a couple of questions. So first of all, we seen not only.
We got to do our disclaimer.
This
is for
entertainment purposes only.
Educational.
Educational.
Not financial.
Not financial.
Advice.
Advice or advisors.
Yes.
Bam. You know, this all for good information and good fun. Now, let's get started. Oh, wait. So, did you see this SEC drop the Robinhood case?
Yes, I saw it today. I saw it. As a matter of fact, that was just they dropping.
The SEC dropping these cases. They said Robinhood, you good. What was the other case they dropped?
OpenSea
and
Coinbase.
And Coinbase.
Kraken, so I don't think is it Kraken? I think Kraken has got a well notice also.
Yeah.
It's maybe in one more, and then after that, then you're waiting on
So it looks like the new SEC is trying to clear up these crypto exchanges and get all these unnecessary and these frivolous charges that were brought against
non-fraud.
Non-fraud.
That's what they're really going for, non-fraud cases now. After they named the new, I'm not quite sure, the new cyber crypto task force they created instead of that SEC enforcement.
Yep, so we got a new crypto task force. We're going to drop that info right here. But, you know, the good thing I like about this new SEC is that we're getting what we, not just what we asked for, but what we needed. We're trying to.
They're doing something. They're not operating in that
gray area. We definitely getting some progress in
getting a few answers.
A lot of you know, getting these unnecessary lawsuits, and what everybody don't realize that these lawsuits hold up.
Yeah.
They hold up everything. They hold up legislation. They hold up progress. They hold up new products coming out. They hold up mergers. So we definitely need the SEC to continue to do what they've been doing and getting these cases out of the way.
Especially when you're dealing with old money, old traditional money. I mean, old traditional money doesn't move with lawsuits.
No.
It just does. Very conservative money doesn't move like that.
And that's just really good business. You know, you wouldn't want to put your money anywhere where you're seeing potential lawsuits.
It's more risky.
It's too much gray area, but we're loving that we're, you know, getting this space cleared out so we can take care of that. And with that being said, so XRP, the SEC has not said anything about the current status of the Ripple case, but dismissal, settlement. What do you think? What you think, Ryan? What you think we're gonna get? We're gonna get it dismissed. We're gonna go ahead and pay the settlement.
It's a win-win. It's a win-win either way. Let's say dismissal. You dismiss it. Okay, you dismiss it. Then that means you're gonna wait on legislation to come on in through. Legislation is gonna come on through. Then it's gonna give you some guidelines. And so if you don't, then that gives that would give Ripple the guidelines of what they do to stay within compliance. But the dismissal means it's almost they can dismiss the appeal because the case has already been won.
Yes.
Now the settlement, on the other hand, the settlement means that they won't be able to look at it again, and they can do that with dismissal also. They can dismiss without prejudice.
Ooh.
But what's the way I've been hearing it is that by it being the money, the 125 million, they have a cross appeal in there.
Okay.
Ripple has a cross appeal in there also, so it can't. They would have to sign off too.
So it have to be both sides kind of coming together.
Yes.
Well, with that being a possibility, when do you think, especially because now listen, time is moving so fast already. It's 2025, but the end of Q1 is like, after March, Q1 is over.
It is.
So,
March, 30 days.
You know, and we're in the Q2 already. Like, time is not, and really, you know, everybody else is already light years ahead. Like really, they're focused on Project 2030. So, you know, we're just kind of tying up some loose ends. So with that, when do you think it's possible to see any settlement, dismissal for the Ripple game?
Q2.
You think so? You think Q2? You think you got to ride it out another month?
No, Q2. Just I'm 120 days. Q2.
I'm definitely down with that, and I wouldn't be surprised if, especially with the way the SEC, they're moving pretty swiftly with getting these cases dismissed and settled. So I wouldn't be surprised if they took care of it in March, but for sure, like you said, I can see April hearing something.
And you keep trying to put me down to a month, and I'll say Q2. But this is what the question. This is the follow up on that. What do you think the dismissal or the settlement of these cases going to do for the market in crypto?
I think it will be great. It will open up a new level of floodgates because now we already have the ETFs that have been approved. Like the XRP ETFs have been approved, even with.
No, they've been acknowledged.
They've been acknowledged. We have the XRP ETFs that
But
been.
actually, and I'm sorry to over talk it. Actually, in Brazil, they actually do have one that's been approved. And now I remember Brad
This is
talking.
global, by the way. Like what we're dealing with is not the U.S. has an impact, but we're talking about global money. Not to even cut him short, but you know the world will keep moving.
Yeah.
Everybody's not finna keep waiting for the United States to make a decision, but nevertheless, back to that. But yeah, we got some ETFs on the way.
Yeah. So the question is, what do you think once the cases are resolved and the legislation, what do you see for the whole market? I'm not asking for a price prediction.
No. I see, like you said, I see a lot of old money. I see a lot of hedge funds. I see, if you already look, you see Charles Schwab, you see Goldman Sachs, you see UBS, you see all of these major banking institutions already have crypto products. They're already extending out those things, and they have hedge funds and money ready to attack. Like you have funds where you can't get in without a couple of $1 million to enter the hedge fund for crypto projects, and the only thing holding that up is legislation. So the minute we get these cases cleared is the sooner we can get the legislation. The sooner we get the legislation, the money's there. So it's not about is the money coming. We have the money already in these funds waiting. You still have ARK Investments, you still have MicroStrategy, you still have all these other.
They changed their name.
What?
Yeah, it's strategy with a B behind it. They took out the micro.
They took out the micros for strategy B. I wonder what the B is for.
I'm Bitcoin.
Baby bottle pop.
Now, when it comes to the same question, I have to lean to. I have no idea what to expect, but I expect some positive things.
I hate that you getting on here. He acting out. He don't even be talking like this. You know.
I don't ever give you a price.
I don't want a price, but okay, so.
It's uncharted territory. It's uncharted territory. We've never been here. We have never seen this market in this type of environment.
No, it's definitely, this is new across the board because everything before was all speculation, moving around every day, kind of for real. Now this is the most solid ground we've been standing on.
Yes.
Like across the board. Like I've never seen anything like.
Yeah, we're establishing our foundation.
We're getting some real we getting some straight.
And so by Q2, Q3, I expect some very promising things. The environment is showing friendly.
Well, speaking of the environment,
even with the ISO messaging system, the SWIFT, the old SWIFT messaging system. That's all that was a messaging system.
Yeah.
Now, with this ISO compliant crypto, not only are there messaging systems, they're also payment systems.
Yeah, and you know what, and oh my God, I'm so glad you brought that up. So about the messaging system, a lot of people may not even understand that so much fraud, like when you go to 13 banks and you can do that, is because those messages moved really slow. So yes, it was easy for you to go here, move a little money. But now,
It's sort of like the light company. You know those light poles out there?
yeah,
You know why their light poles only, you keep seeing poles and poles and poles because it only has to travel so far. It's only allowed to travel so far and make a stop.
that's right.
And that's what they do with the bank, so it's not the same.
Yeah, so really the finesse is, and it's not a finesse, really it's an old system.
Yeah.
It was just an old messaging system that needed to be updated. ISO 20022 will bring the financial and banking system to instant speed. But what Ron said that makes it beautiful that we have crypto compliant,
That's compatible. With, yes.
we got crypto compatible. So I'm definitely trying to stop saying that, like, they're ISO cryptos, because they're not. ISO is a system for messaging. Bringing in the cryptos just allow us to take messages. Now we got messaging and money.
Yeah, and we get settlement.
We can get the money and settle. No middleman, no middleman, no clearinghouse.
And the whole idea was peer-to-peer banking. That's the whole idea where we're going with it. It's still the same type of banking, but it's still going to be peer-to-peer without the actual
peer. And the only difference is now that the banks, why wouldn't they want to be involved? Because now they can settle their debts. Imagine how many of them have money just sitting there in limbo, or even if you own a business, how many invoices that you have that you got to get cleared.
And we use the word banking loosely here. We're not saying the bank. We're saying we're doing peer-to-peer banking. We're doing banking like business, like we were talking about the neobank with
Tailpoint. Yeah, I mean, when you think of neobank and Tailpoint, same thing as Chime. Chime is the biggest neobank globally right now. So
exactly.
When you say neobank, what does that mean? Chime is the biggest.
Yes.
So we're gonna definitely get a lot of things going. And imagine Chime, if Chime could talk to PayPal, or Chime could talk to Cash App, or Chime could talk to Venmo.
That's where we're going.
That's where we're going. So instead of you like, oh man, I gotta use my Cash App, but I can't send it from Cash App to Chime.
Yes. We want to take all that friction up out of here.
That's friction, you guys. When you can't move your money freely, like, hey, I can't send Ryan money from my Venmo because he has Cash App. That's a friction. That's a pain point.
Yeah.
Because now I have to figure out a way for us to exchange money.
That question we wanted so that questions don't even come up anymore. Matter of fact, someone asked me the other day. They asked me did I have one of these apps, and I was like, no, I don't. And I was like, well, they had one. I'm like, well, they don't have mine, right? So we were stuck, and that caused friction.
And now with these, first of all, with everything being ISO compliant, now these banks, whether if it's a traditional bank or a neobank, can say, hey, I want to use XLM, I want to use XRP, I want to use whatever form of chain that's approved and compatible for my bank, so that if I want to send it over to PayPal, if PayPal is saying, hey, we have XLM, you have XLM, you can just send it through here. Now we can send money back and forth to each other. And it doesn't matter what platform you use, because the rail is the same.
Yes. Yeah.
That's just it in a nutshell. It's just super convenient. And then for a fraction of the price. Like, it's so expensive to move money, it can get ridiculous. And it's expensive to receive digital money. Even as a business owner, you're talking about you can pay anywhere from 2.9%, plus some of them got little 15 cent, 25 cent fee, but you're talking about almost 3% on every transaction. That's ridiculous when we can take it down to 0.00001% for a transaction.
That's what makes, back to the question, that's what makes when you're talking about what can we possibly see, or what we hope to see, or what we can get here soon, it's kind of hard to put it in a box because we never been in this type of environment before.
But when we get it clear, this is something I want to make perfectly clear. When this gets clear, and when everything, legislation and all things are laid down, it's deeper than just, the people that we're in, or, you want to call us founders or whatever. We're going to be okay, but it's going to rock so many industries. We talking about industry from the business end of it.
It's going to change the way we do commerce.
It's going to change the way we do commerce from the consumer end and from the business end. It's going to change the way we do commerce with banking. Like, even with credit cards, like Stronghold has a credit card coming out where they're giving you Stronghold rewards for using it. Incentives. You get like incentivized, and you don't have to keep going through these traditional lines where you're paying these ridiculous credit card fees. You're paying like 23, 32, 40% on a credit card.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like nobody's talking about this, and then you have these companies coming by here saying, "Hey, we're gonna charge you 2%, 3%," and people are like, "Well, why would they do that?" Transactions, we're going digital. We're going from, let's say, imagine it being 1 million transaction where everything going digital is gonna be trillions. So instead of me being greedy, trying to overtax this group, I'm making money in pennies. Like a lot of people don't know the value of just pennies add up.
And that goes back into everything we keep saying about where this is possibly going. And we're just speaking, that was long term, really. But just in the near future, if we're going like a year or something like that, it's still, oh God. To be honest, I can't even find the words really to give you an honest assessment. Only thing that I know and that I truly believe is that there's no limit to where this can go. Even in the next year.
He say no limit. He know where it's going.
That's why that's why it's no limit. There's no limit to where it's going.
And it's just, again, everything is so speculation right now, but it's with speculation with so much affirmation, because before it was just a lot of undertone. Now you're seeing real laws, real legislation.
The words are starting to match the action.
Correct.
And the market, why the market is going to be even more volatile right now. The market has to absorb this also.
Yes, the market is a part of a grander market. We have to absorb this. We have to absorb geopolitical issues. Like, we're also in a very tense time politically worldwide. So everything with the tariffs has an effect on the market. So everything isn't so one-dimensional. Like, oh, this is doing so great. Why isn't everything just super high? Like, well, same thing with the stock market. Same thing with commodities. Like, everything has a play on each other. And like I said, with everything affecting everything, it goes back to how blockchain is going to affect commodities and derivatives. Like, even with smart contracts, that's going to change the whole derivative
and that's
play.
That goes back with the blockchain, with the audit, with the gold, with all these departments and things. We're talking about a fundamental shift in the way the world moves.
And also, too, with the Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency, a lot of people are a little bit tight. But if you really could step back and get the personal out and look at it as a whole, how many of you have worked anywhere and at the end of the year you have to do whether a cycle count or some type of audit? You have to, like, hey, we have to go around and make sure we got 10 of these in the system. We got to go find 10 of these in real life.
Balance your books.
You have to balance your books. So that's all that's happening. So we can't move forward and say, hey, we're going to put all this stuff on a digital system and
we don't even know what the fuck.
We don't even know if it's gold in this motherfucker.
Right. Let's go see that.
Let's go see. And if
the fact that I got to go see if it's in there is an issue.
Is an issue. And if it's there, great. If it's there, it better be. But if it's not, we need to, let's say it's not, figure out where it is, and let's see what we do have, because we can't put it in the system saying we have.
They said, I heard it said, if it was gold in there, why they stop adding? If it was gold in there.
They said, listen, how would you feel? Hey, it's gold in that room back there, but don't look. Trust me, it's there.
Yeah. We ain't looked since 1970.
But it's there. Yeah, and I mean, and that's just one example. So it's just all about that these things have to come into play, because you can't start a new system trusting the old system. You have to, do your due diligence. So yeah.
We're gonna go to
more
questions.
We got more questions, y'all. 3, 2. It's 30,000.
Well, Brad also said
30,000 for each. Let's say this represents one XRP. 30,000. What you think? For each one.
She always trying to get me to say something. I believe that, like I said earlier, I'm gonna stick by my statement. It's unlimited. I'm afraid to put a number on
Okay, so here's a good question, and here's one I wanted to sneak in on a bonus. When we talk about our gym, this is gym time. Our gym of the day is HBAR, HBAR, HBAR. If you didn't know, now you know.
Oh wow, I've been crazy about HBAR, I grabbed some of that, I think it was like maybe 6, 7 cents. And now it's like, what, about 20, 23, 24 cents? That, and it's an American-based company.
Let me see what you did already.
No, it's an American-based company, I think it's about 20, maybe 30, yeah, I don't think it's 30 cents, about 22 cents or something like that, I thought I saw it earlier.
HBAR is at 21 cents today.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know if this is a gem. I think that it's a must. And
I like that.
Yeah, well, certain cryptos are must hold,
Yeah,
and it's one of them.
it's definitely one of them. I love that the fact that the gentleman who started Hedera, he broke away to start Swirl Labs and left Hedera on his own. But HBAR has been working with a lot of government contractors. HBAR has a whole council, and some of the members on there is Boeing, some of the members on there are Google, some of the members on there are T-Mobile, and we have the London School of Arts. So you have a lot of different, Avery, and a lot of people, Avery are a lot of those Post-its and things like that, but Avery has a whole, when you talking about supply chain, shipping and receiving, making labels, logistics, like they supply a lot of companies, like they touch a lot of different industries, and Hedera has a lot of industry partners. They have, I believe, 36 seats, and almost all the seats are full, and everybody is a big industry player. Hedera is fast, Hedera is cheap, Hedera has been actually doing a lot of work on the back end with the real development, even with the drone program that they work with the military and pharmaceutical companies, with delivering out, and they're mapping out the routes in the sky. And yeah, so we got a lot of blockchain companies. So 21 cent, the reason that is a must and not a gem is because we're looking for things with real world asset, real world use, real world value. Like, we're trying to get things that are gonna be here a long time from now. So I think though that is one of those companies that won't be a fly by night.
And they were, I think about maybe 6 months ago, they were at some event, and it was at a Ripple event, and they had put HBAR insignia, their God, what's it called? You had to edit this.
It's okay, no true.
No, they put up their
their signature. They put up their banner.
Yeah, they had their banner all over the place. Thank you.
XRP put up their banner. Go ahead, start fresh, so I can start from there. You said, go ahead, just like you started over. I'm gonna cut it from here.
Yeah, about 6 months ago, they were at a Ripple event, and they put up HBAR banner. I don't know why, but they got a whole lot of free press out of that at this Ripple event. It was really funny that HBAR actually benefited out of that.
Well, from what I understand, Brad and the gentleman who started Swirl Labs, his name escaped me right now, but I definitely have it. They basically got together, so I believe that's kind of where that birthed from, and because everybody wants to, like, hey, we're stronger together. We're better together, and we're stronger together. How can we collaborate? And that's where we're leaving from the tribalism. Like, hey, it's all about us. We're moving into community now. Everybody kind of wants to come to the table and say, hey, where do we fit in this future together? So that's something always good to see, especially when you see two big players like that coming together and finding ways to work together in this industry.
Now, I got a question for you. Let's check it out. If I'm new in crypto, have I been priced out?
No.
No. You just can't give me no.
No. If you're new in crypto, in my opinion, you are not priced out. The best example I heard of this was from this guy. Pick your number and focus on the number, not on the price. So if your goal is to obtain 10,000, the price has nothing to do with that. It's gonna go up. It's gonna go down every day. Just make headway towards your goal. It's so many projects that are still very affordable, and to me, $2 is affordable. $10 is affordable. 22 cents is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, some of these projects are under $1, and some of them are under $5. Some of them are under 10. Like, it's just all about making it a priority, making yourself a priority.
So generational wealth is still available?
Generational wealth is definitely still available. I will say this with the disclaimer, it won't be chasing after some of the favorites because quite frankly, you just are a little late. Some of these projects have been here since 2017, 2008, 2009, 2010. So it's like, don't compare yourself next to people that were here putting in work before you even knew this existed. But if you are a newcomer, yes, start today. Start where you can. Start with what you can afford. Make your numbers, and once you hit your goal, may start at 100. That's how mine did. And once I hit it, I moved on. 200, moved on. 300, moved on. 500, moved on. 10,000, moved on. And it's like the time will pass. And we still have a lot. We don't even have any official legislation yet, y'all. We just have a lot of things in the works. But I would say if you're going to get started, get started. This time, we're already in Q2 almost of 2025. So quite frankly, let's pull the trigger, make a decision, and stand on your decision. Do your own research. What about you? What do you think? You think the noobs are priced out?
I would say, and I'm just using this here, Web 1, yes. Web 2, yes. Web 3, not quite. Web 4, no. And the reason I use web as a scenario because that's like saying, okay, is it okay for me now to invest in Web 1 and expect, what's my expectation? I can expect generational wealth off Web 1 technology.
And for my noobs, Web 1 are your founders, like your Ethereums, your Bitcoins, your Stellars, your XRP. Those are your Web 1 or your Layer 1. Those are almost like the foundational projects.
And if you just want to, you can go just these are software companies. If we use Google, if we use YouTube, those are Web 2s, and so we have to. I can't look to invest in YouTube now, talking about, hey, I want generational wealth.
Yeah, you know what? Great example. That's almost like you trying to say, hey, how much Apple stock will it take me today to get really generational? It's just
right.
Like it's about finding those projects that still have a lot of room left to run.
Yeah.
And even with some of those Layer 1s, it's a lot of room for them left to run. It's just all about, it is a lot more expensive to get in. So it's just all about find a project. What does it stand on? And a lot of them are built on top of these other layers. So when you see that, that's a great sign. Like when we use Stronghold, for example, that's built on top of Stellar. That would be when you say Web 2. Even though Layer 2, that's still a great entry point.
And also you got to remember this here, even that these are public blockchain or public protocols that everybody has access to build on them.
Yes, let's make that clear too. Anybody can build on these networks. Like this is not an exclusive.
Right.
If you know how to code, if you know how to do it, you can go on here and build your project.
Just because you see it on Bitcoin or I'm sorry, just because you see it on the Bitcoin or your Ethereum or the XRP ledger or Solana doesn't legitimize it just because it's on that particular blockchain.
Oh, that's a great one right there. Yes.
Or ledger or Hashgraph.
Or decent, or any of them. If you just see it there, and a lot of them are decentralized, so anybody can start a project. That's the part of doing your own research. Make sure that it's a credible company, and that's something that's going to come with legislation too. I'm assuming. Yeah. Some type of vetting process so that you don't have anybody just building anything on top of these platforms.
Well, I don't think they can probably legislate it all out. What I believe is going to be something like mail. There's allowed a certain amount of junk mail just in the system. It's like ads, because they did that for mail just to keep the mail price down.
Oh, you know what? I do think this is a good. I'll say we'll see. Like if you go on to like CoinGecko or anything right now, you'll see thousands of projects. I do think with the legislation coming, like I said, you can't necessarily stop because the blockchain is open and public. I do think before things will hit that level of market, it will have to be some standards that they have to do
It means some type of criteria.
Yeah, it will just be some type of criteria before we just throw your project out here to get public funding. Like, you know,
Yeah.
because it's codes and, you know.
That's what Hester Pierce is called the safe harbor. Ain't that the purpose of it?
Correct.
I mean, that's what they were saying. Like, hey, that way they can. You're gonna bring your stuff, bring it to market, you know. But just because, I don't know, like when you're bringing those projects, when you're bringing them out, right, as a business. So that's what they're talking about. It's not. I don't think every Joe Blow or something like that.
But that goes back to, like I said, when legislation is gonna come to where no, you can't stop anybody from using a free open public chain, but you will have to have some type of criteria to bring it to a public market.
Yeah.
And that's just to protect the public, you know, from itself.
Do you see? I damn just came up with a yarn. I don't know how all of a sudden a yarn just came down on me.
Yeah, pop. Birthday boy, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. No. We don't want the public saying happy birthday. Why?
Edit all that shit. Edit all that shit. Okay. Do I got another question?
Yeah, do you got another question?
Since you always got it. Are you going to Vegas?
You guys, my cash app is money sign junk food. And I'm just saying from a humble heart, if you could send a sister whatever to get me the exit. No. Am I going to the XRP convention? Yes. I will be in Las Vegas. He will be in Las Vegas. We are going to the XRP convention. We will be there to go get this information, to go meet some of our fellow XRP-alians,
Family
our
/
XRP
army.
fam, the army, the militia, the military, the folks, the gang. We will be in Vegas.
Yes.
Yes.
Looking forward to seeing you guys down there, whoever you may be.
We going out west, y'all.
Yeah. West. Yeah. Any other questions?
Just the last one. Who are you looking forward to seeing at the convention?
Quincy.
Oh my God, Quincy, you better be there. So Quincy, we want to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, for sure. Like that's somebody's brain. I think I can ask him a million questions.
Yeah. But that's not. I mean, that's probably my favorite. But I'm looking to meet everyone. I'm looking forward to meeting everyone there.
I'm definitely looking forward to meeting everybody. I got a 2-piece. I definitely didn't sleep on Quincy. We talked about that, but I actually can't wait to meet CKJ. I can't wait to meet you out there, man. And yeah, that'd be a good look and a good move. So I'm excited to go to Vegas.
Well, and like I said, that's one particular. But I'm looking to meet everyone.
Oh yeah. I can't wait to meet the whole, like you said, the whole family, the whole gang. Cause I feel like we
and I'm waiting on the family to meet me.
Yes.
It's both. I'm looking forward to meeting them, and I'm also looking forward for them meeting me.
Yeah. And more than that, I'm very excited to learn about things that I don't know about, because one good thing about when you get around a bunch of people with good information and we all are moving toward a common goal, man, I'm more excited about the information. Like,
yes.
You know, meeting everybody is cool, but you know, like these minds from different places,
exactly.
Different knowledge, we gonna leave with more than what we're going with. So I'm excited.
That's what it is. That's what it is. It's gonna be nice.
All right.
It's gonna be nice.
And what's your closing word of the day?
Bye. No, man, just understand that we really in the beginning of a market here, that we're in unprecedented time, and the speculation is starting to be over. Just make sure you have enough, fiat, so if you can, if you want to make a purchase, you'll be able to make that purchase. And try to get your bags in order. Have your bags packed. You know what would be great? and they dropped their case while we're in Vegas.
Do it! That one, listen.
I mean,
Oh my God. Do you know
but
Vegas
that
gonna
kind of fit the timeline.
Vegas gonna rock because the Bitcoin conference is earlier that week.
Yeah.
The XRP conference is that week.
And that fits the timeline.
Oh, that'll be.
I keep saying second quarter. That gives the new SEC chance to get down. He can take credit for it, you know. And what would that do for the market? What Fat Joe said, we're going all the way up. All the way up.
So until next time.